Hi, my name is Lindsay White, and I am part of the Boise State University's Educational Technology program, and I am pursuing a master's degree in educational technology as well as a certificate in technology integration. I currently live and teach in Shanghai, China. I teach at a school called Cambridge International University, which has a student body made up of Chinese students who are learning A-levels education in order to attend university abroad in the US or the UK. My previous work experience was as a teacher in Hawaii, where I taught 6th grade social studies, and it's been a big change from teaching in the US to teaching in China, and I've switched my focus from social studies to ELL. It's been interesting, and I've learned a lot, and I've seen how the projects I've done in the program can help me help the students with improving their English skills. To talk about the virtual tour that I created for EdTech 506. This was one of my favorite projects to create because it was one of the first times I was able to use a CSS template correctly and make it look the way it does. I thought it was really eye-catching, and I liked how the dark background made the images and the text pop out. It was also one of my favorites because the students really liked it. I was able to take them all to the computer lab and watch them work and help them as they guided themselves through the virtual tour. Because ancient Greece is such a big subject, there's so many years to cover and so many events to cover, I kind of split it up into the different subjects you see up there: Athens, Sparta, Olympia, and Mount Olympus. The students always love the mythology of ancient Greece, and I wanted to help them understand the other important things that we still use today that came from ancient Greece. I also wanted to develop their understanding of the geography of ancient Greece, the important places and the important artifacts and architecture that have been left behind. So I included the Google map here so that they could see on the map exactly where these things were, as well as links to the information on these specific places, as well as finding out a little bit more about the geography and climate of ancient Greece to help build a little bit of background information. The instructions are here so students can pretty much guide their own learning, as well as questions so that I can assess their learning that they gain from the activity. In addition to having this used for a class assignment, I also put it on Kuriki, which is a really great website that allows teachers to share some of the things that they've done in class, and I was actually given a pretty good rating, so I was really happy about that. And this has helping the diffusion of innovations by sharing this with every teacher around the world who is looking for something in their own classroom to help teach students about ancient Greece. So I got a pretty good rating. I was happy about that. It seemed to be a pretty complete source. I got a good review. So that was another good thing. I was a little nervous to do, a little apprehensive to put my things out there and have everyone be able to judge it and use it as well. But I don't feel as nervous doing that anymore, and I look forward to other opportunities to put my work out there. Another project I wanted to highlight here was the web quest I created for EdTech 502. This was another one of my favorite projects because it incorporates the use of a lot of different tools, so it gives students many chances to show what they have learned, as well as to share with their peers what they have learned. I like web quests because they do enable students to incorporate a lot of different types of media and information into their synthesis at the very end. And it's self-guided, so students are in charge of the process. It's self-guided discovery, and it increases motivation that way. So the directions here are very clear to students, and there's also a teacher page as well with the lesson plan and other materials. The teacher example for Toondoo highlighting the First Punic War, from Pixton. This is a great website that allows you to create a comic strip like this, and you can make it educational, and I think the students would really like it, and it gives them an interesting way to show their information and how far they've come. I also want to introduce to you the Edmodo page that I created. I learned about Edmodo during EdTech 521, teaching in the K-12 environment, and I was actually able to go to a webinar which included the creator of Edmodo, or one of the creators of Edmodo. So it was really neat to learn about Edmodo from his perspective, as well as hear about how they ended up creating this great free resource that is similar to Moodle in a lot of ways, but it's very easy to use. Students don't have to have an email address, which was great for my students at my old school, which many of them did not have email addresses. So it was easy for them to sign up, and here are some of the things that you can do. I've also found it very helpful with my current students. This is the page that I have been using to help the students practice for their exams. Students are very focused on passing the ACT, SAT, IELTS, and TOEFL. They have a lot of pressure to perform well in these classes. So Edmodo gives me a way to give them some resources that can help them prepare, and they're all free, so that's another benefit of being able to share this information here. You get to select what is best for students and what is free for students, so they can spend more time studying and less time looking around for good resources. It's also a way for students to ask you questions, which I really like, because many students at our school tend to be a little bit shy, and they might not want to approach us and ask us questions even after class. So this provides them a safe way to ask questions and to get information from the teachers. So I'm able to respond pretty quickly and give them the kind of things I think that will benefit them now and in the future. In addition, students have posted their work, such as the poems that we were discussing in class with the different rhyme scheme, figurative language, and students got to comment to each other on the poems that were posted. And it's really neat to see how they bloom online on a safe environment when some of them are usually so quiet in class. It gives a different way for them to show exactly what they have learned, and I can see that the knowledge they learned in class did transfer to their memories. Other things that you can do in Edmodo include sending out notes, alerts, assignments, and polls, and also collecting assignments and giving feedback to students and entering grades. So it's really a great resource, and the interface is sort of like Facebook, so students are very comfortable using it as well as teachers.
Okay, I'm looking up pictures of the lungs, the intestines, the stomach, and the liver, so I know what to draw on top of the Play-Doh.
So, what's your job? Or
I'm
what
the
you do?
embalmer.
You're embalmer?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Can you tell me what you do?
I take out the the organs from dead people, and I place them inside canopic jars. So I'm getting them ready for them to get buried.
Okay.
Our topic is lemon batteries. Lemons are able to produce electricity because of their citric acid.
Citric acid is a natural acid, and acids are unstable, and they want to become stable so that they can be used. And it reacts with the zinc and the copper terminals to form electrons.
The electrons flow through the plus and minus terminals, which are like zinc and copper, but car batteries use just lead, so it doesn't matter.
The light bulb lights up because the electrons flow in a closed circuit produced by the...
Thank you so much for taking the time to look at my portfolio, my artifacts, as well as for watching this video. I hope you have seen my growth as well as my passion for educational technology, and I know what I have learned in the program will help me in my future career. Thank you. Bye.